Hi friends, it's Erin from EB Mixed Media. I am coming to you from Maine in the northeastern United States, where we're having an absolutely beautiful sunny day. It's cold, but the sun is shining. There's snow on the ground. It looks really pretty today. So I'm going to start working in my new flip journal. I do have a video online that shows how I made this journal. This is made of entirely of college and university recruiting materials that my son received during his college search. So you can check out that video on how to make it, but it's a very flippy book. There's 3 different signatures with lots of flips and trifolds. So I won't spend too much time flipping through it because there is a video all about that. But I was going to start working in it. So this will be the first page that I do in this journal. And I don't ever really like to start working on the first page of a journal because I'm afraid if I mess it up, that's the first page you see, and that's depressing. So I like to kind of break a journal in and get used to it before I go to the first page. So I was looking at this, and this has some challenging pages because this is so small, and I did that on purpose. I thought it's fun. It's fun to be challenged and try to find solutions. So the question you have there is, will this be its own page, or will you do a 2-page spread and somehow try to incorporate this into that? Same with this. Is that going to be one spread, or would you just do a mini spread here and a spread here? So those are some of the challenges this journal is going to give me, but I'm up for it. But I was thinking I might start here. I'm liking these colors already. This has a rip in it from where there was something sticky that kept the brochure together, I guess, and held it in place. And when we opened it, we ripped it. But I like these colors. So to that end, I have a palette over here with similar colors on it. This is Robin Egg Blue. This is the Michaels brand, Craft Smart. Likewise, this one, Lime Green. I've got some golden fluid acrylic impression blue. And then I have this Dr. P.H. Martin's liquid acrylic in aqua. So I'm going to try maybe some of that. And I've got a big thing of Liquitex gesso here in white, which I tend to use instead of white paint. I've got a glue stick. I've got some water. And then I have a bunch of painted papers in these color families, in the blues and the greens. And I've got a bunch of neutrals. So that is where I'm at. So I'm thinking I want to put something over this. And I'm thinking I want it to probably be a neutral. Whoops. These aren't actually clipped. So let me just take a quick look here. That's kind of catching my eye. I'll just put that down. Not spend too much time really thinking about it. Some book pages. I think I'll just do that. Just put that right there. Cover that up. This book is so flippy, I'm going to have to be careful I don't like flip right into my palette here with all this extra stuff. The other thing I might want to go ahead and do is put some paper down. So it doesn't really matter, but you might want to put paper under here so that you don't get on that page, but I don't really care. That's more of the challenge too. If I get on another page, if I get paint or something on another page in the journal, that's just something that I have to problem solve when I get to that page or incorporate it into the new page that I'm working on. And that to me is fun, to try and deal with whatever I find there. I think I want to cover up these people. I don't mind the words so much, but I don't know if I want those people in my background. What did I just do with that page? There it is. Let's just put some more of this on. I'll just do that. I feel like it's been ages since I've worked in a journal. I've been working on, I did Care December, and I did Art Journal Advent, and I'm working through Junk Journal January. So I really haven't had a lot of time to just play without a prompt or something like that. So let's put some paper down too. What do we want? I'm kind of drawn to this right off the bat. Oh, I should have used that. Dang. You know what though? This was sent to me by a trading paper pal. Let's recreate that on these. That's cool. Hang on. Let's see. Is this the right color? No. Is it this one? I think it's that one. All right. I like this idea. Don't they say copying is the best form of flattery? Put that there and one there. And it looks like she, oops, looking for my watercolor brush. Looks like she just sort of blended that in a little. That's fun. I like it. So some people ask where I get my ideas. I really don't have ideas when I sit down. I maybe have a piece of paper that I like, that I'm inspired by, and I kind of work off of that. But I don't really have a vision of something finished in my head. I just don't work like that. I just do kind of an intuitive thing and glue stuff down and add paint and sort of whatever takes me, whatever I'm in the mood for. And it just kind of starts to come together. And so I think that's what's fun about it, is you're not fixated on the final product. You're working through the process. And I do love the problem solving element of it, because I don't know, I think that carries over into my regular daily life. Do I want to cover all that green up? I like that green. So I think that if you're practicing a skill like problem solving in your journal every day, then you hone that skill, and it's a transferable skill that you can take into your everyday life. Now, normally at this point, I would use my fingers and my gesso and kind of smudge out those rough edges. But I am in Wanderlust 2024, and we are working this term, I guess, with brushes. And I am not a big paintbrush person, as you know, but I thought I would play with a brush, just to sort of practice and see how I felt about it. And I might hate it, so we'll see. So I'm going to do the same concept of sort of roughing in, just sort of putting down some gesso to kind of soften these edges. What I'm finding in Wanderlust is I'm liking the dry brush. I think that's kind of a cool effect, but it is something I'm still really getting used to. I'm not used to having it in my hand. A lot of you are asking how I prep pages. I don't. I usually cover them with something, or I just start throwing paint down. I don't prep these, and these are very glossy. So sometimes it is good to just stick some paper down on top of it. You can do that. You could gesso the whole page if you want. I like to just go for it and work with it and see what happens. Let's get some green over here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so weird working with a brush. I feel very awkward, especially doing it on camera as I try to figure this out. Let's get more of this blue over here now. That's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I liked that blue there. I don't like that I completely got rid of those because I really liked how they looked. In fact, I'm gonna bring it down onto the page. That's cool. My paint's still wet. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And by doing that, by taking the design that was on your painted paper that you glued down and pulling it onto the rest of the page, it all starts to look like one piece as opposed to pieces of paper that you simply glued down. It all starts to look like it was meant to be together. Okay, now what? Let's see. Let's do a little more white in here. And so I'm going back again. I'm gonna have to look back and see who sent me this paper because this is just turning out to be so cool. Such a cool look. I really like it. Okay, I've got, like I said, I have some of this Dr. P.H. Martin's ink, and I don't want to ruin this, but I would like to use this. And I'm trying to decide. I don't know if I can just flick this. Those are a little bit bigger splatters than I wanted, but it's kind of cool. All right. Now, a lot of times when I'm working with this stuff, I will then spray it. I'm really afraid to do that because I like what's happening here. So I don't think I'm going to, well, let's just do a little test over here. What do we think? That's kind of cool. Now, if it's too much, I've got a paper towel here, and we can kind of blot. I don't know. I'm not sure I like that. I don't know how I feel about it. When in doubt, do more of what you're not sure you like. It's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay. Now I've also got this super dark blue over here. I'm going to do something with it. I'm going to dry this first. So I've got a stencil here that's really, I chose it for two reasons. One, it's not a very big pattern, so it's not going to add a lot of this dark blue to the page. I also chose it because it's straight lines, because we have so many circles going on. I feel like I need something vertical and not round, something straight, not organic. So that is the rationale. So let's see how this looks. And once again, whenever I do something dark, I get really freaked out. It scares the wadding out of me, as my mother would say. That looks good though. This is a cool stencil. I don't think I've ever used this stencil where I've regretted it. There's other stencils I've definitely regretted using. Yeah, I like that. Let's go across the center of the page here so these two pages look like they were done together as opposed to separate, with that seam down the center. I'm not using a lot of that paint. We'll put a tad up here. I think this stencil's from the Crafters Workshop. If it's not from there, it's from Stencil Girl. And just a bit here. Yeah. I think that looks good. I like that. Give that a quick dry. So I've got this kind of messy gold writing down here. There's a tad up there. I'd like to see more of that. I like that. The gold looks so pretty with these colors. Yeah. Okay, I feel like I want to do some splatters, but I don't. I think I'll just do some white. I always do splatters with a fan brush. I dip it in water, dip it in my paint, and then just tap it out. That's it. So I'd like to put a little black on this, and unlike before where I went with something non-circular, I'm going to repeat this element of circles with my little stamp here. It's circles, but it's way smaller than these circles. So this is archival ink from Ranger. I like this stamp, and I love to do it in threes, as if these are kind of little chains or something hanging down. I don't know. You don't even have to do the whole stamp. You can just do parts of it. I don't have to do threes. I just, for some reason, it's pleasing to me. Yeah, that works. I like that. I feel like this is getting finished. This really came together quickly. And so now I just want to put some kind of a sentiment or some sort of focal point on here. Just looking through some of my things. Oh, I've got this little guy. He's really cute. I made him ages and ages and ages ago. That works so perfectly there. I think that's what I'm going to do. He wants a home. He's been sitting in a box on my desk for a year or more, 2 years probably. I love it when I make things and then I can find a spot for them in my journals. And it just looks like we created him just for that space. It really does. I'm wondering if I can find some kind of a sentiment that goes with him. Let's see. He looks like a real sweetheart. So I'm going to go with the gentle nature, a good little boy. And this is a Stabilo all. I should have sharpened that before I did it. Yeah, I think that works. So there we go. First page done in my flip journal. Found a home for Lewis. Really like how it turned out. I'm gonna look back through my files and see who sent me this, so I can tell you all in the comments down below in the description box who sent me this paper, since it was such a key point here. And I will put the link to how I made the flip journal in the description box as well, so you can see that. And that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun. It was quick. I like it when they come together quickly. I will be back again soon. In the meantime, you can find me on Instagram at EB Mixed Media. That's EB_Mixed Media. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.